How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Listen, welcome back to Conscious Reality. Let's talk about what's keeping our society single. And this is not a bad or good thing. It's just a conscious reality of what's keeping our people single. Because it doesn't work for a long time. And the men and women in a society are choosing to be single. The society can't go, our community can't go further. Our generations to come, it's not coming. Our kids ain't making kids. And so our people die out. What's keeping us single? Number one, social media. Social media keeping us single. That's the biggest culprit. Social media. Because everybody's on social media saying all these things, saying all these toxic things, showing people all these crazy ass videos, showing people going on dates and they're angry and they're arguing, showing relationships of people cheating. And it's keeping everybody single because everybody is scared. It's like if you only watch the news, if all you watch is the news, you're gonna be scared to go outside because every day is a murder or crime or some type of crap. If you watch SVU, you know what SVU, right? What's that show? That show, SVU, Law and Order. You're gonna be scared to go outside. If you keep watching social media and all the garbage on social media, everybody's afraid because everybody thinks that everything that looks the same is the same and it's not the same. Two people can do the same thing that looks the same, but the motives behind it is what makes a difference. It looks identical, but sometimes it's not what you think it looks like. And nobody wants to give themselves an opportunity to actually go deeper and see what might, you know what I'm saying, what it really is. Because everybody's afraid. I think we watch so much crap on social media, everybody's afraid. Number two, what's keeping us single? Ignorance. Ignorance. Social media is telling us again back to social media. I want a man, or I want a man who makes eight figures. I want a woman who does social media. You see the crap on social media. Our parents didn't show this to us. Our grandparents didn't show this to us. So where are we seeing it at? Social media. They were making excuse for the economy. The economy is this. Two hardworking people always survive. All these expectations are keeping us single. Expectations and entitlement. People feel entitled to what you have, like it's theirs. If you want a man who makes or a woman who makes six or seven figures, it's not yours. It's theirs still. That's like you wanted somebody who drives a Mercedes Benz. It's not your car, it's their car. So having that person does what to you? Make your ego feels good? Social media is ruining us with expectations and all those things. What's keeping us single? Fear is keeping us single. Fear is keeping everybody single. Everybody is afraid to leave. Everybody afraid of being left. Everybody's afraid of it not working. Everybody's afraid of it fails. Everybody fear is keeping us single because again, if you're afraid to live your life or if you're afraid to die, you can't live. You can't. If you're afraid of death, living is very precise and cautious. And when you go in a relationship with fear, you can't experience it because you are waiting for the time that it ends. And when you wait for the time that it ends, because when you wait for somebody to cheat because you're afraid that all men cheat, all men lie, all women are gold diggers, that fear begin to define or influence your behaviors or your thoughts, and your thoughts attract your reality. So fear is keeping us single. People are just fearful of the end. And all fear is a form of death, is a fear of actually death. See, you don't know what happens after death. So you're afraid to die. It's just like relationships. We don't know what happens or how we're going to be after the relationship dies. So We don't want to experience it because it hurts. And it doesn't hurt because it hurts. It hurts because you already expect it to hurt, because you have felt the hurt before, because how you see it in your mind. So we don't give nobody a chance. Listen, there's a lot of things that keeping us single. Insecurities, doubt. Our feelings keeps us single because some of us feels insignificant. Some of us feel like we're not good enough. Some of us feel unattractive. Those things keep us single. Because when you feel that way, when you meet somebody, the vibe that you give off, it's not attractive. When you already feel that way about yourself, when you meet somebody who might be attractive or who might be a quality, you already think that they won't like you, they won't like you, they won't like me, and that keeps us single. It's not that people play games. So a lot of people don't play games. I think social media has shown that, and everybody think that everybody's playing games. So that's why everybody think that everybody plays games because everybody talks about it. People don't play games. People meet you, they realize that you're not what they want, so they move on. That's not that's just reality. Here's the problem. The reason why social media, the, let me say this instead. The reason why you have to do so much things, the reason why you got to prove points, and the reason why you got to do all these extra things is because it's hard because people don't like you. You're meeting people that don't like you. You meet people that like a version of you, a side of you. Maybe decide when you are dressed up. Maybe decide when you're at work. Maybe decide when you look different. Maybe decide the way how you have sex. Some people like sides of you, and you gotta try on. A lot of folks don't like you, and so they make things hard for you. I said before, if you have to do all these things to prove that you are good enough for someone, whether a man or a woman, person don't like you. Because to be honest, if a person really likes you, all you have to do is breathe. If a man really wants you, all you got to do is breathe. You ain't got to do nothing else. Breathing is enough. I already seen your beauty. I already seen your energy. I already felt your spirit. All you have to do is breathe. And let me see that you are alive. All these extra things that we be talking about, that shit is not true. And that's why you all can't find what you're looking for, because what you're looking for is not even true. It's not that you're looking for that. It's because you cannot find what you want. So let me put a list. Because the truth is, when you meet somebody with a certain energy, a certain calmness, a certain spirit, certain vibration, what that person don't have or have is irrelevant. That energy takes over. When you can feel safe in somebody's space, that alone, that is powerful. When you can feel safe and comfortable being yourself. But we can't find that because we don't want to be vulnerable around nobody because we think being vulnerable is showing my weakness. I don't want to look too weak. I don't want to look too like I need him. I don't want to look like I'm chasing. You're not chasing. Listen, all this shit is just rules that people make. If you listen, let me tell you something, right? If you just because you call a man first or you text him first doesn't mean that you are chasing. That's your ego and expectations. A man should call me. A man should text me. No, if you like each other, who cares who calls who first? If I meet you when you're a woman and you call and I like you and you call me first, you think I'm like, man, damn, she called me first. Shit. She texts me first. Ah, I like her, but man, it's ridiculous. It's people who don't like you, people who don't want to spend time with you, people who don't acknowledge you. You have to have a perfect place to go, perfect dinner. You're gonna check perfectly, take them perfectly, a perfectly good spot. You're gonna act a certain way, talk a certain way, because if they don't like you, they find every reason to crush it. People, the problem is people just don't like you. We are trying so hard to be and to do the right and perfect things that we miss in perfectly fine people. And we gotta stop. Our society is not getting better, and we're taking forever. We're getting older. We're aging. The problem is not with a specific gender. You say it is, but it's not. Men are getting scared too. Women are getting scared. People don't want to waste their time. Here's the problem. Let's go deep a little bit. If you learn to be open, if you learn to free yourself, if you learn to just be free and not so tied to a specific outcome, not so tied up with a specific movement or a specific time frame, and if you just open and be free, you would attract a lot of people who actually like your freeness and who like you. But the issue is we are so closed and closed-minded and rigid that the energy sucks. You stifling people. There's so much rules that you gotta put. Let people be. You setting too much rules. And you think that if something looks familiar, it should be. No, if something looks familiar, it just looks familiar. Sometimes it's not what you think. It's not what you think. It's based on the person that you are speaking with. If you learn to be open, if you learn to be free, if you learn to stop with all the raggedy ass thoughts and raggedy ass old feelings that you keep feeling, you might be attractive. But those same thoughts, those same feelings, and those same perception is keeping you in the same place. And you don't really want to see that. And you're afraid to be open because what if I get open and I get hurt? Why do we get hurt so damn easily? Why are we always hurt? What makes us hurt? Right? Expectations will hurt you. Why? If you live freely, human beings are the ones that suffer the most because you know why? Everything just take today as the day. No other animals know that they're gonna die. Human beings, you can think, you can think, you can think, and the more you can think, is the more insecure it makes you. The more you lose confidence, the more you feel insignificant, the more you feel this, the more you have anxiety, the more you become anxious, the more you feel. Why don't we be open by shutting our thoughts off and be open to energy and vibrations? That will tell us exactly who is meant for us and who's not meant for us. We have so much rules, and we are emotionally, we cannot even regulate our emotions. So we have no control over our lives. If you learn to enjoy each moment, then each moment will count. Whether you're single or married, whether you break up or you're in a relationship. If you learn to enjoy the moment and stop being distracted from the moment, if you learn to enjoy each moment, life will be beautiful. There's no failures. There's no wrong person. There's nothing like that. It's just your ego that you don't like the outcome. Stop being so attached to a specific outcome that you cannot enjoy this moment. You can't enjoy. Some of you are in relationships, and when you're talking to somebody, your mind is already go left. You're already thinking all this crap. There must be this. There must be that. They must be playing games. They're probably playing. Nobody cut all that stuff. It's not working, is it? We don't really realize if you keep doing something that doesn't work and you keep doing it, it makes you crazy, thinking that stop doing it. Stop. It's keeping you in the same place. And I'm not saying being single is a bad thing, but I'm saying a lot of times, when you're a certain age, as you age, as you get older, you want somebody to spend that time with. I mean, you can say you don't all you want, but human beings are relationship beings. We want somebody to chill with. Everybody to you, everybody playing games. Have you dated everybody? A lot of you all think everything looks like a game. When you leave an abusive relationship or situation, oh hell, when I left Iraq my first time, even when I came back to the US, in my mind, the US reminded me just as Iraq. I was driving in the street in the US, and when I saw a bag or a rock in the road, I swerved because I thought it was in Iraq. See, sometimes you left a relationship that was a little destructive, and you meet somebody else that you already think everything it looks the same. The rocks that was in the road in Iraq looks like the rocks that was in the roads in the US. It was just two different type of rock. Yes, it might be a bag in Iraq, But the bag that I saw on the streets in the US, it didn't have a bomb in it. Just because something looks familiar doesn't mean it means the same thing. And I think that's what's keeping us single because your mindset is still in the past. Be open, shift that idea. Understand everybody is different. I mean, yes, a lot of things look similar, but sometimes that's why you have to use discernment and understanding. Everybody playing game, all the men playing games, all the women. Stop that crap. Everybody, all the men ain't playing games. It's just that you're going to certain people with a certain vibration because that's what you think about. And your thoughts match their energy. Your thoughts match their energy. That's why you are drawing them to you on a regular basis. If you cut your mind off, stop thinking because there's no life in your thoughts. Life does not exist in your thoughts. Let me say that again. Life does not exist in your thoughts. Life is not there. God is not there. Happiness is not there. Love is not there. There's nothing in your thoughts besides your familiar places, your old stomping grounds, what you saw, touched, tasted, your familiar places. Clear the mind, and you might see a different version of you experiences. Our minds keeps us single. Our thoughts, our feelings, the same old feelings. I don't trust nobody. I don't like nobody. I don't miss nobody. I feel sad. I feel angry. Cut the feelings out and put some new feelings in. Those feelings ain't putting you nowhere. It's time to change. Clean out your closet. Clean out your mind. Clean out your emotions. Clean out your feelings. Let things be in the past. Let things stay in the past. And in the present, stop worrying about being hurt because whatever you resist is what you attract even more. You are resisting the fact that you might be hurt. So all you are doing is attracting it even more. That's keeping us single. You resist them so much, then that's all you attract. Be free. Be free. Be free. Be open. Cut out that rigidity. I don't like, I can't stand everything. You don't like nothing. And the person gonna meet you. You know, a lot of times everybody gonna meet us perfectly like how we want. Do you know that you don't meet people? Do you know when people meet you, they see crap in you too? They see flaws in you. They see some stupid behaviors, the way you think, the way you expect, the way you talk. They see it too. But some people will give you a chance because they realize that it's not everything that looks the same is the same. You have crap too that may look like a red flag. Do you know this? Because somebody's ex did what you did or what you are doing, but it's not about that. It's about clearing that space and starting over. Clearing that space. You can't go through all this life with a whole bunch of past old thoughts, past old experience, and think that you're gonna come on now. That's what's keeping us single. And not just single, keeping us bitter and fearful. Again, single is not a bad thing. I don't want you to think that I'm saying that single is bad. It's not bad to be single. But it's the time that you clear your mind, clear your thoughts, clear your energy, and then go back into the game. But don't come back in the game with that crap. It doesn't work. But many of us are going back in the game hurt. When you go back in the game hurt, number one, you are attracting that situation to happen even stronger because you attract what the energy that you are. You attract what you are means the energy that you are giving off is the energy that uses to go out and attract similar vibration and bring it back to you. That's what it means. You attract what you are. The energy that you are emitting is going out, and whatever goes out must come back. What's coming back is you. The time that you are single is the time to see what you contributed to the problems or the situation or relationship or the failure or whatever you call it. See what you contributed. See what you miss. Don't take it personal. Clear that space. Clear your energy. Clear your thoughts. Start over. You know, when you go to take a test, If you're going to take a test, whether it's a bar for being a lawyer, taking a nursing test or exam, if you fail it once, do you know the possibility of failing again is to go higher? It goes higher because now your emotions, your thoughts, and your fear, you're not thinking straight. That's why you're going to clear that space. You're going to do things like it's the first time. Because if you don't, that fear, that anxiety, those thoughts begin to take over the whole experience. And you're going to fail again because you wasn't even present. It was in your thoughts. It was in your head. You're not here. That's why you missed the entire test. And we're doing the same crap with relationship. We're starting from where we're at, from where we were last year, 10 years ago. We started in the same relationship. We haven't left the relationship. How are you going to leave a relationship when you still have the thoughts and the feelings and the emotions? It's time to stop taking this shit personal. Stop taking it so personal and understand that it's a journey. It is a time to reset. I'll be single acting the fool. Oh, I'm single now. I'm free. Let me do this. F naggers and Negroes and F this and FBs, F them HOES. It's stupid. It's a stupid mindset. You ought to just taking things personal. If we take things personal, we can't learn the damn lessons. We can't learn what we are doing. We can't learn what we can. Some of you think that you don't contribute to the breakup. You did. There's always two people in a dance. There's always two hands that clap. You contributed. You just egotistical enough to think that it was all on this person. It was all on that person. He did it all. It's the men. It's men. It's men. That's your ego. It's your ego. It's your ego. But I'm just saying, that's keeping you in the same place. You know what people love? People love an open spirited person, somebody who's light, who feels light. When you're around them, you feel light too. Somebody who's free, somebody who uses understanding, somebody who's understanding, somebody who's sure of themselves, somebody who start over. And this time, the renewal of your mind. Even the Bible tells you have to renew your mind. You all want to keep the same old ass mind, the same old ass thoughts, the same old ass feelings, and nothing renewed. You can't even be a Christian that way. You can't even serve Jesus without the renewal of your mind. Yet you want to go in a relationship with the same old shit mind that you had before that ain't working. That mind ain't working. You don't want that. That's what keeping you in the same place. And if it's keeping you in the same place for the past 28 years, it's going to keep you in the same place for the next 28 years. Stop being afraid of things ending. You want to be free? Stop being afraid of the end. Stop being afraid of how it ends. And then your mind will be free. Stop resisting how some things should go. Stop expecting of how we should. Stop trying to control how everything should end. Hell, that's too much. All you have to do is live in this moment. And this moment will take care of the next. Live today until it will take care of tomorrow. That's it. That stuff is keeping you miserable. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe now. Because you just might like my information. Is this one sounds kind of harsh? If you think about it, open your minds a bit and think about it. It's not no bashing any gender. This is not no blaming. Everybody is victim blaming. Anybody blaming you. Of course you have your own experiences. Of course you have your experiences. We all do. But understand, sometimes our experiences come from our thoughts. It comes from what we resist. It comes from our fears. Our fears create our circumstances too. Our emotions and our feelings attract certain circumstances. And I want you to know that. I need you to know that. It's just a part of life. Live free. So if you ain't subscribed to my channel yet, now might be the time to subscribe. Because I'm bringing this information. I'm bringing this. And by the way, if you want one-on-one coaching, please check out my website, consciousreality.store. Conscious with a K. KONSCIOUS. reality.store. You can purchase my merch or you can book my one-on-one sessions. You might actually like it. Oh, it's a lot of crap keeping us single. Many of us don't want to be single. Keep going how you're going. See if it works. I always want to be hurt. I always talk about her being hurt. It hurts. It's hard. Then it's gonna hurt. But if you want to be free and be free and connect to the Creator, you'll see how much easy it is when you connect to the Creator. The Creator connects you to everything that's on His level, on that frequency. You see everything on that frequency. You know who's for you. You'll have a beautiful day. Be blessed. And I am out.